how exactly commercial bureau is different and how MSMEs itself are seen on the bureau.
Talking about commercial bureau, we have near about 3.5 crore entities which are ever reported to us.
There is a problem in the bureau and the customer himself is not aware.
Yeah.
It could be a credit card problem, it could be a loan he was not aware, or maybe it is even a loan that is tagged to him incorrectly. What can they do in such situations?
So there is a grievance redressal mechanism that we have provided on Cibil.com.
So we've been making good progress at TallyCapital, and as part of Business Pulse, today we have a very interesting and relevant visitor. We have Bhushan Padkil, who's a Senior Vice President and is the head of the direct-to-consumer business at Cibil. Cibil, as you know, is the bureau of choice and is synonymous for credit bureau in India. Welcome, Bhushan, and we look forward to some great conversations.
Thank you for having me, Alex.
Questions that I have for you is, it's 25 years and congratulations on completing 25 years at Cibil. So with Cibil celebrating its 25th year, what are the big changes and the interesting trends that you're seeing on Cibil as we complete this landmark?
Very natural question, right? And 25 years, a very proud moment for all of us at TransUnion Cibil. And if I have to go back 25 years and reflect where we have come, if you look at 2000, both lending institutions and consumers, there was opportunity to evolve in terms of transparency, the limited credit data, and struggles around that when it comes to loan applications. Fast forward 25 years, we look at a very different scene today. India has seen tremendous amount of growth in GDP. In fact, we are one of the leading GDPs in the world. Next year, we are slated to become number 3 GDP in the world, right? We have seen tremendous improvement in per capita income. We have seen tremendous income improvement when it comes to industrialization. But I think all of this has been possible because of credit growth as well, right? And like I said earlier, we feel extremely proud and privileged to catalyze this credit growth for the country. If you look at our solutions, we work with near about 8,000 institutions. We are the first credit bureau of India and leading credit bureau of India today. And like you rightly said, when it comes to credit report and credit score, Cibil comes to everybody's mind. That's the kind of goodwill that we have built in India today. So we work with 8,000 around or more than 8,000 credit institutions across India, and we are custodians of data. That means we collect the data from credit institutions. Now we collect it fortnightly. If you have been seeing the latest changes in the reporting, so we collect credit information fortnightly. We collect the information, we analyze it, and we present it in the format of credit report. And not only that, we also summarize the credit information which is present in the credit report in form of numeric indexed or summary, which ranges from 300 to 900, popularly known as credit score or Cibil score, right? That becomes a measure of credit worthiness when it comes to financial institutions wanting to underwrite the loan application, or for consumers also directly if they want to look at summarizing their credit report in form of numeric indicator. That becomes a credit score. So other than consumer report, we also have commercial repository where we present company credit information, and also like we have for consumers we have Cibil score, for companies we have commercial rank, right? We also have MFI repository, right? So if you look at the vast information that we have and the solutions that we have around that, whether analytics and technology solutions, we engage with financial institutions like bank, NBFCs and fintechs, and we work with them, in terms of bringing the risk down when it comes to making those underwriting decisions, and not only that, but also around portfolio management and collection practices as well. And we continue to add value when it comes to today's use of technology and analytics in financial services as such. And our data fuels it, if I can call it. For consumers, there is even more. So for consumers, we have seen drastic changes. So over last 25 years, we have seen that for consumers, their awareness when it comes to their credit report and score have gone up drastically. Today, we have seen close to 14 crore individuals who have at least seen their credit score and report once, right? Now, let me just give you a perspective. So we have close to 30 crore credit active individual. That means they are servicing some or other kind of loan. Out of that, near about 14 crore individuals have had access to their data, right? That means they have been able to, get hold on their financial health. Similarly, for companies, we also have service where companies are able to get their or are able to access their own credit scores and credit report, or rather commercial rank and company credit report as such. So thousands of companies have been able to take benefit of that. All in all, in 25 years, a tremendous amount of progress, and happy to be part of the journey.
Wow, that sounds so interesting.
So Alex, another aspect is, and that's where I think I have a question for you. We have seen tremendous growth in MSMEs. MSMEs have prospered. Their numbers have increased drastically, multifold rather. And today we see a lot of focus on MSMEs, right? Because of the kind of role that they play in economy, almost 30% contribution to GDP, even more when it comes to export, right? The employment that they generate, and there are a lot of policy making which is happening to enable, MSMEs. A lot of government push. Even lenders are working towards, a lot of the initiatives which are aimed towards MSMEs. What is it that Tally is a known name when it comes to financial accounting software, right? Now you have come up with a lending initiative. So can you talk about what this initiative is all about?
Sure. Thanks, Bhushan, for bringing that up. So Tally, as you know, is our mission is to really empower MSMEs and in their growth journeys. And our real mojo is, and we really take pride in the fact that we build products which help our business owners grow in multiple ways. That has helped us actually build out a franchise that is about 2.5 million MSMEs which are there. We have about 1,000 plus partners who support this journey, and Tally is present in every pin code and every geography across India. One of the things in the last 39 years of our journey that we saw is that most MSMEs, while they have been around, are quite misunderstood or not very well understood.
True.
And the lending products that are built for them are also not the right fit for them. Our hope as part of this initiative is to see if we can leverage the right products for them by giving access to the right data and craft products and experiences that are perfect for the segment, done in a nice Tally way.
Great.
So thanks, Bhushan. So one of the things that are as part of that journey where we are trying to enable our MSMEs, we see that consumer and commercial bureau are critical components of lender decisions. Can you throw some light to us on how exactly commercial bureau is different and how MSMEs itself are seen on the bureau? And maybe you can give us some insights on that.
Absolutely. Commercial bureau is extremely important, tool when it comes to underwriting, portfolio management decisions for financial institutions today for MSMEs. And it's equally important for MSMEs as well if they want to look at their own financial health, right, for themselves. Talking about commercial bureau, we have near about 3.5 crore, entities which are ever reported to us, and out of that we see close to 1 crore commercial entities which are credit active,
Right.
and a lot of them are, MSMEs. If you look at the commercial report, now commercial report has a lot of data in it, and like I said earlier, all this information is submitted to us by banks and financial institutions when they have lent to those MSMEs as such. We collect the data and we present it in the form of commercial credit report when it comes to commercial entities as such, MSMEs as such. Now this report has a lot of data. One is firmographics, like you will have company name, company address, it will also have GST number, it will also have PAN number, ownership structure, it will have repayment track as one of the most critical aspect, the kind of different loan facilities that have been provided to that MSMEs, and the history of MSMEs in performing their obligations as such, and that's where repayment track comes in. Delinquencies, if anybody has missed any payment, that comes in there, right? What is also provided in the report is the credit inquiries that have been made by that particular entity to various financial institutions to avail credit. So all this information is part of the commercial credit report. All this information we also summarize in a form of numeric index, which is called as commercial rank, popularly known as CMR. And I'm very happy to share that in 2025 we have launched enhanced version of CMR, that is Credit Vision CMR. So that tool has become even more precise. It has wider coverage, is able to undertake more population. So you'll be able to serve more MSMEs as such when you use that tool. So both these tools, whether it's commercial credit information report or credit vision algorithms and credit vision CMR, becomes objective tool in hand of lenders when it comes to underwriting MSMEs. Not only limiting to underwriting MSMEs, but when it comes to portfolio management also, renewals of the facilities as such. That's where in those strategies also this data is used by financial institutions a lot. So when it comes to MSMEs themselves, it's again opportunity to look at their own credit data themselves, right? So you can simply come to Cibil.com and download your report. You can look at different credit facilities that you have availed and your repayment track, the kind of discipline that you have managed. That's very important aspect basically because when it comes to lenders making those lending decisions, they offer you better terms, better pricing when it comes to good commercial rank and good commercial credit report. So it's critical that you look at your commercial rank and information which is available in the report. And as a healthy habit, I will urge a lot of MSMEs to come on Cibil.com and look at their own report. So I think these are the different tools and I think various initiative around commercial credit bureau and commercial products that we have, which are set to help not only lending institutions but MSMEs as well.
So one of the things that we are seeing as a challenge for most of our MSMEs is how do they manage their bureau reports in a way that they can access credit in a sensible and a good way. What would be the tips that you would give that they can manage it better and they can access credit or get the best possible offers that they can access?
Very important question, Alex. And knowing that today lending decisions are made by objectively looking at credit information report and commercial rank when it comes to MSMEs, it talks about the criticality of having it right. Now, commercial report and commercial rank, if you look at it for MSMEs themselves, I'll say that awareness is key. And why awareness is key is, I'll compare the credit report with health report. So once you have your own health report in front of you, you know whether you need to exercise more, bring the weight down, or make those adjustments to your food that you're eating. Similarly, when you have your commercial report when it comes to MSMEs in front of you, you are able to see what is there in the report, where you stand when it comes to commercial rank. And now it's well known what are the aspects that lenders look at. They look at a good repayment track because your past behavior is indicative of how you're going to behave in the future as well, correct? So they want to look at a good repayment behavior, they want to look at a good commercial rank. And to have that, many MSMEs end up asking that how to have a good credit report and good rank. I think the answer is very, very simple, and there are very few steps that can be followed. And like I said, awareness, look at your report, that's the first step. It's a very critical aspect of maintaining good credit history is repayment track. Now you have to pay on time every single time. So the monthly dues that you have to make sure that you respect your obligation and fulfill them on a monthly basis, right? That will take care of majority of the part. Second very important aspect is utilization. You have limits which are extended by banks, but you have to use it within the limit, well within the limit, and that shows a very responsible behavior, right, when it comes to credit uptake from MSMEs as such. Also, what is also important is, inquiring or applying for credit when it is required, right? And not making many inquiries and showing a aspect of being credit hungry all the time, right? That's also very important. So in all, these are the simple things which goes long way when it comes to having a good commercial credit report and good commercial rank or credit division CMR.
Right.
Over last few years, we have seen a lot of changes when it comes to the behavior of MSMEs as such, right? A lot of formalization have happened in this sector. A role of technology have become very important, and data obviously is always there. What do you see as somebody who's there on the ground working with MSMEs? How do you see this change? And I believe that even with this, MSMEs still face a lot of challenges when it comes to credit, and credit is something which paves the way for growth.
Right.
You have money, and then you are able to invest in business, pay people, and pay your suppliers, and grow the business. So first is as a sector, and then the challenges. Can I get your thoughts on that?
Sure. So let me answer that in the two parts, that the way you've asked me the question. So if you were to look at it in terms of the direction, in terms of how digitization and formalization of the MSMEs has happened, I think we've been seeing significant acceleration. I think if you look at it, it is on the back of two broad trends. One, the landscape shift itself in terms of how UPI and the whole JAM trinity, which is the Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and the mobile coming in. The shift has really seen that drive of digitization. The second one, of course, is this entire regulatory push which has come in, which is the VAT, the GST, the e-invoicing push which has come from the government. And that again has been a key driver. The third aspect that has actually helped also is the young population of India, which is coming into the fold of the workforce and the business side, which has also accelerated this digitization push. So you can really see all these combining to see an acceleration. MSMEs themselves have also been fairly willing to change and adopt the changing landscape. All this has actually been very visible on Tally, for instance. I think we have been seeing significant adoption of GST and almost all, and you can see it in the numbers in the GST collections.
Yes.
Year on year, we have been seeing the growth, and a bulk of the GST adherence is happening on Tally. We are also seeing, and it's amazing. We are also seeing e-invoicing getting adopted at a rapid pace. Every month, we see almost 5 crore plus invoices being raised on Tally, and that is also is going to continue to accelerate. So this huge shift is visible, and I think this whole push is going to only continue to accelerate. So that is a big shift we are seeing. Having said that, I think when you look at from an MSME lens, the problems that they face while they are continuing to change on the landscape, the key problems that any MSME is looking to, or the pain points for them, are always the same. They are primarily around speed, they're around the transparency, they're around the cost. And on all these three levers, the products that are available in the market continue to leave a lot to be desired on that front. The other big thing that we also feel is clearly that the MSMEs are not very well understood. There are diverse segments, there are different life cycles which are there, and there are different ups and downs in the cycle. But every product that is available in the market is one size fits all. So to that extent, the products are not necessarily bespoke despite the diversity of the segment. And that is one of the things that we feel can be solved if we can get the right data across to the lenders and co-craft. So our entire push and our thought process is, if we can have the right products married with the right data which can support it, we could actually see a significant jump in terms of the growth rates that the MSMEs can see. And when MSMEs grow, India will also grow.
Absolutely. Great way to put it that way. All right. So Alex, we spoke about rise of MSMEs. We spoke about how critical part that they play when it comes to Indian economy as such. And we also spoke about your lending initiative from Tally Software. What comes to my mind is how different it is going to be. Today, banks also serve needs of MSMEs in the market. There are a lot of fintechs who have ventured out to serve specifically or targeting specifically to MSMEs as such, as a target segment. How different your initiative is going to be when it comes to lending?
Yeah, no, thank you, Bhushan, thanks for asking that. See, our ask is to really see if we can solve the problems of the MSMEs on the lending side in a simple, transparent, and frictionless way. So, to that extent, what we have really created is a construct called the Offer Central. It's basically trying to construct and get multiple lenders who can come and suit the different appetites that they have to fit the different customer base that we have. We have a very extensive customer base, very diverse, and therefore no single lender can solve it. But we want to see if we can get different lenders who can solve different problems. The second thing is we want to see if we can use the different data points that we have accessible and with us, and use that to come up and craft bespoke, right products that can be available for our customer base. So using the Tally data, constructing products that are more specific to the different user segments is what we hope will solve these things, the asks, in a very different manner. So Offer Central is already live, and today we have 6 lenders on it as we speak, and we have 4 products.
Great.
And we are already seeing good traffic on it. But our end state is really to ensure that we get frictionless delivery on both sides, both from the customer side as well as from the lender side. So in an end state perspective, we have 3 asks. Ensure that every customer is matched to the right appropriate lender. Ensure that the right products are made available to the customer leveraging the Tally data. And ensure that the Tally data that is accessed is managed in a data secure and in a manner where the customer privacy is maintained. We think this will be a game changer, and we'll continue to work on this. So it's still a game in progress.
Wonderful to know about it. And I think MSMEs can look forward to, one more avenue to fulfill their credit needs. And I think you are doing exceptional work.
Thank you so much, Bhushan. In fact, one last question that I have for you, and this is one of the things that I notice when customers are applying, that once in a while and every once in a while they come across where there is a problem in the bureau and the customer himself is not aware.
Yeah.
It could be a credit card problem, it could be a loan he was not aware, or maybe it is even a loan that is tagged to him incorrectly. What can they do in such situations?
Good question, Alex. And whether it's consumer or whether it's MSME, I think the steps are moreover same. I think the first very critical step is awareness, knowing your own credit information and knowing your own credit score or Cibil score if it comes to consumer, and commercial rank or credit vision CMR when it comes to MSMEs, right? For consumers and MSMEs, they can come on Cibil.com. Now, if any of the consumers you're dealing with, Tally has also provided that facility to check for consumers, especially to check their own score, so they can go to Tally also and pull the report. So once you come on the Cibil.com, once they get access to the score and report for consumers as we discussed, you can see the credit information which is present in the report, and you can also see the score. Right. When it comes to MSMEs, they can see the commercial credit information which is pulled from Cibil.com and the commercial rank. Once you have access, analyze the information. If there is something erroneous that you find, you can actually document that aspect. You can write to us on Cibil.com. So there is a grievance redressal mechanism that we have provided on Cibil.com. On the link, you can write to us, document what is wrong with your commercial credit report or your individual report as such. I discussed in the first question that Cibil, the TransUnion Cibil is custodian of credit data, right? So we cannot make the change immediately to your report. That needs to be understood.
Right.
This particular information and your the dispute or concern that you have, we will raise it with the respective credit institution. Right. And if they find it appropriate, then they'll make the change in their data and then they'll resubmit that information back to us. And that corrected information then will start reflecting in your company credit information report or consumer credit information report, and then you will have associated improved commercial rank or credit score as such.
So thank you, Bhushan, for this wonderful set of insights that we've got, and I'm sure all our MSME viewers are going to be really benefited.
Absolutely, it was pleasure to be on this discussion with you, and like you said, our MSME viewers must have benefited a lot of this discussion as such. Thank you for all your insights.